Hello. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys today? I don't really have like a whole game plan, but I do have some like pieces parts that are kind of operating around on my desk. I think maybe we can throw something together here. Hi Susan, hi Erica, hi Laura. Um so yeah, you guys ever like I'm in the middle of kidding. Hi, Lisa, and Naomi. So we're in the middle of kidding, and so I have like extra pieces parts from things that we have tried or other cards that I tried. And so I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? I forgot the. I'll just cut another one. It'll be fine. I say I forgot the bag with this in it. It's already cut. All right. So I'm gonna take me off and go down to the desk so that you guys can see. Oh, look, we're a little cattywampus. That's okay. We'll just scoot this over a smidge. There we go. All right. So, good old Sandy's Garden making a return appearance. I'm trying to get spring sprung, y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I'm ready. I'm ready now. So, I have Sandy's Garden here. I have this happy birthday. I have it pre-cut, but I don't know where I put it. I thought it was already up here, but I could be. Let me just very quickly just check my little baggies here. I don't think so. I think I went through these last night and took out everything that wasn't doing what it was, if it wasn't going with what we were going with. Okay. So anyway, we'll have to cut one of those. I pulled these out mostly for the leaves, maybe. I'm not 100%. And then this was, I actually cut these for my Monday night card and didn't end up using them. So I just have a bowl full here of not the big tulip, but the bud and the smaller tulip. So I have several of those. And I think that we're going to be able to turn that into a whole card. So let's see. I love how everybody immediately starts talking about the weather. What are we at? We're at 65, but it's rainy. So it's like a tricky 65. So what I was thinking was, let me go ahead and cut this out because I need it. Do I have one that's already cut down? What are you? Nope, you're 4 1/4. All right. I'll just go like this and then trim it off. It's obviously not going to be white on white, but I don't know what it's going to be, so I'm going to leave it as white on white for now. Because I just need the backer piece to see if I need to cut any more pieces. We're doing like a little pre-card layout because I'm not 100% sure on my if I need those leaves basically from the bow and bow. It might be nice just to have another color in there. I'm not going to say no, but we'll see. So my main die cutter is still downstairs in my dining room doing all the kidding things, as well as the good old Empress, which now my sister is because she's not a crafter, but she is a worker. She's a hard worker. she's learned why my husband has called dibs on the electric die cutter. So hearing their little banter back and forth is quite funny. Because he did have, we thought we were going to have a little complicated die cutting situation where we were going to have to switch up what we were doing. And apparently, when given the choice between stamping and die cutting, my husband chose the die cutting, with the magnetic board. I guess I'm just going to cut. There's 4 in here. I might as well just cut them. Eric is a smart man. Too smart for his own good sometimes. But anyway, so he chose that, and then it ended up we might have to have a complicating situation. And so my sister was like, I'll just be over here stamping away. They do like to give each other a hard time, which I am very grateful for, because I know not everybody's families get along. So I am grateful for the relationship that my husband and my sister have. All right, I'm gonna have to trim this to get all these little guys on here, I think. Can I cut it right down the middle, maybe? Yeah, I think I can, actually. So we were having a conversation in which I always like to get your guys' opinions. We're together every week. I trust you and your input. So in the one class, we are making 3 cards. They're all scenes, and it's like a beginner, intermediate, kind of expert situation. Oh, I don't have my poker because it's downstairs. Tweezers it is. So anyway, in the one class, we're making 3 scene cards. And in the other class, we are making 4 3D embossing cards. So we're doing 4 different techniques with our 3D embossing folders. That's the whole point of the class. I'm using, Bethy and I'm using the tulips, the Lovely Layers tulips. And it could just be because they're the ones doing the prep work. And also my sister does not know. But both of them feel like I am not charging enough for the class. And I'm like, I have to charge what is like in the same realm of what everybody else is charging. Like, I'm not the only person teaching there. And I don't know if they're right or not. So if you took a class that you were making 3 cards, 3 scene cards, each one like a little bit more involved, that one is, what did I put it as? It's either $25 or $30. I can't remember. It's been a while. And then the other one has 4 cards, and I set it at either 30 or 35. Am I undercharging? Am I overcharging? Do you think that's a good value? Tell me your opinions, my people, my crafters. Because they're not crafters. And also, they're helping with all of the work to prep it. So I feel like they're a little, oh, Julia, right out the gate, undercharging. Oh my gosh, all of you. Okay. Oh, wait, I have to go back because I did see Melissa. So does your husband, I have migraines as well. Does your husband take migraine medication? I've had really good luck with Nurtec. So if he's not on anything, maybe look into that. So it's like, What am I doing? Why did I just put that away? I need that. So Beth Ann, in our area, that would probably be right. Okay. Yeah, we're in Massachusetts. I've done crop on the Cape before. And the last time I did $25, but we did not make as many cards. 3 cards at a local craft store, $45. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, migraines are hard. They are very, very hard. I had them for a very long time. They have gotten better as I have gotten older. But I also went off some other medication that was like real triggering for migraines. So that also helped. Then I tried some medications that were real triggering for migraines, which was terrible. But now it's mostly okay. I take the Nurtec, and if I absolutely have to, I take the Excedrin migraine. That is like the rough and dirty medication because it makes my tummy very unhappy. But it usually does give me a small reprieve until my other medication kicks in. Well, I do feel them there. I pretty much have a headache every day of my life. So I am sympathetic to him. Okay. All right, so now we're back to planning to see what we're doing here. All right, so my game plan, I think, is to put the happy birthday in the middle. I don't really need to put that on there. And then I think I have 3 of these. 3 of each. I need the smaller guys so that I can see what I'm working with. I had a different game plan for my Monday card, and it ended up not being it. Julie, I would love to do more classes. I would. I'm very well, I mean, I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm very apprehensive about doing it because it's really stressful, and because of just the stage of life that I'm in, there's always something that comes up. And maybe that is the case with everyone else, but I get so worried about people being disappointed or feeling like they're not getting enough for their money. And I think that was my dryer. I just heard like a screeching noise. I was like, what is that? Do I have a post up for an IG for the Alta New Hop? I do not. I do not. And I'll have to go in and look at that, Melissa. All right. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Lisa. Girl, I'm late every day of my life. I can't remember where I read it, but I read it like people with that always run late, or people who are like poor managers of time are like perpetually optimistic because they always think they have more time than they do. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I always think I'll be able to get it done in the amount of time that I have. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right, so I thought we would do maybe like a little like kind of tucking them under kind of situation. Can I do 2 down here? Maybe not. That might be too much. 2 tulips. And then a little. So 2 buds up here maybe. And 2 big ones and a little bud down here. Something like that. But then I'm probably not going to need, well, it might be easier to use these, honestly, than to use the leaves that come with them because they just all are one. I think that'll be okay. I do think that'll be okay. All right. Thank you for the blessings. In my perspective class, I want to use the honeybee magnolia. Beth Ann, I have a class on my website right now that uses the honeybee magnolia. It's from not last year, the year before. And it uses the spring birds. And it's a self-paced class now, but it's up there on the website. Hi, Brandon. Okay, so I actually think I'm going to ditch these and I'm just going to use these. I'm not going to use the stems. Because you're not even going to see them. Maybe these. Maybe we'll use these. I'm thinking we're probably going to use these because it'll be easier. All right. This we're not married to yet, so I'm just going to scoop this over here. I'm going to get some colors. I think I want to do something pretty clean and simple. So I actually think I'm going to do an orange and teal. I think that'll be kind of fun and bright. If I can find, I have all of the markers that I need for class set aside, along with their re-inkers. So it does make the bag a little challenging to get through. Yeah, and just so that class, Beth Ann, was actually from another in-person retreat that I taught. And when we did that one initially, we had leftover kits. And so you could buy the class with the kit or without the kit. And then we did it together as like a live class. I will be doing the same thing. Where are these markers, for the love of God? Like, okay. And I'm going to grab the B99. So anyway, I'll be doing the same thing with these if I have leftovers. So I'll have some that is Does it help your channel for us to do the little hearts and such on the side here like this? I don't know, honestly, because this is Honeybee's channel, so I can't really see their analytics. Like I can see my own. So I don't know. Okay. There we go. All right. So we're just going to use a complementary color situation because it's going to be nice and bright and bold, I think, and that'll be fun. So I'm going to do the tulips first. And I do need to bring up, I lost them because my Google did an update. I had it pulled up yesterday for the layering guide. But now I got to go back in and find it. Okay. I don't think these are too terribly complicated. Oh, am I missing a piece? Oh, it's this one. Isn't it? Nope, this one goes to this. I am missing a piece of this tulip. I only have 3 of the 4. Let's see how it looks without it, because honestly, I don't want to cut it again. And then this guy goes here. And will I be able to deal with that? Yeah, I think so. Because they're going to be tucked behind. So I'm not really worried about it. No, it will bother me. Why am I the way that I am? So which piece am I missing? It's this long one, isn't it? Yeah, it's this long one right here. All right, well. Oh, Brandon, I feel for you. I do feel for you. Mine is not because mine won't go outside because it's wet. Mine is because mine is old and she has bad arthritis. And now we have her on new medicine. So hopefully she'll be more willing to go outside and squat to go potty. But it's a rough one. All right. I got to cut 3 of these. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I've had dogs my whole life. So my husband, who has not had animals his whole life, I remember one time we were having a argument about the accidents in the house. And I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand what the big deal is. Like between my animal, like I've had dog my whole life. So between animals and my kids and like taking care of other people, like the whole thing. I'm like, I have cleaned up more vomit and poop in my life than like if I complained about it every time I had to do it, then that would be all that I did. Like it's just not a big deal to me. And we do have an understanding because he does have he's like a sympathy thrower upper, so he can't do that. Which doesn't even bother me. I don't know. Everybody's different, I guess. Different strengths. Okay. Is it Sean? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Welcome. Hi, Gretchen. All right. So now we have all of our pieces parts for these tulips. There we go. Yeah, we do have 2 carpet cleaners. We got a big carpet cleaner and then a handheld carpet cleaner. I will say that part does need to be doing. Fortunately, we also have a lot of hardwood in our house, which is helpful. She got into something a few weeks ago and I ended up having to like stay up with her until she fell asleep in the kitchen because I had to block her in. So we weren't just having accidents everywhere because she was sick. Okay. Oh, look at all that mess. Garbage. Okay, let's go back down. Okay. These are going to be bright orange tulips. My parents did me dirty with the spelling of my name. Oh, I have a my best friend from 15 years old. Her name is Daedra, and it's different, and it's spelled Daedra. And in high school, I watched our teacher for all we had like a how do you describe it? It was like a trade. Like it was called administrative office associates. It was basically preparing us to be like secretaries, assistants, or accountants. And we had that teacher for 4 periods. And I watched her all the time write Dedra on the board because she wouldn't spell it Daedra. She would spell it Deadra. Very funny. So sometimes I still call her that. All right. So we're just marking this out is all we're doing here. We're laying these bad boys down and marking where our shadows are going to be. And then honestly, like because I have 3, I can probably just eyeball the other one. So you're going to have this here like this. This is going to be dark. Swipe that. This guy going to be down into here. This guy's got nothing. This guy's got nothing. Okay, and then this guy goes down like this. Okay. Okay. Oh, are we talking about what, animals? I do love my doggies. I've never been really a cat person though. Like I don't see anything wrong with them. I just prefer dogs to cats. Am I safe from the tornadoes that are currently all around me? I hope so. It's blue skies and sunshine right now. I honestly didn't really know that. I honestly did not really know that was happening. In Northeast Ohio, I know Southern Ohio gets kind of more of the tornado warnings. Oh, Melissa knew about them. Apparently, I'm just oblivious. Okay. So these 2 guys right here are a top layer, so we want to make sure that we do leave a lot of room for that highlight color. So that they do stay light. Because they don't have no shadow on them. All right. And then I'm just going to take this one and go around. Oh, look I completely forgot about that guy. Excuse me, sir. Let me get him. Missed him entirely. There we go. Okay. Now. Okay, now that I got one colored, I'm allergic to pretty much everything with fur, but I want to snuggle with them. Oh, that is a bummer. As long as we don't have tornado warnings tomorrow, that would be great. Okay. And this one. If you're asking yourself why I colored one completely and now I'm doing two at a time, it's for the replay. It's for the replay. I like to have one that I just completely colored so that I can leave that one in and I can cut the rest of this out. But we're live and in living color, so y'all got to watch me color all of them. Northeast Ohio, tornado warnings until 5 p.m. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not in the know. So thank you guys for letting me know. Okay. It is windy out, I will say that. Very, very windy out. Oh, good. See, Missy, that's a perfect day to just hang in and craft. Like if it's miserable outside, just hang in and craft. All right. We don't get thunderstorms at all in Western Washington. Interesting. We are very, like, Ohio is a strange bird. In the summer and the spring, we do get thunderstorms, and some of them are not great. Okay. Let's glue these bad boys together. I'm still operating with no honeybee glue. It's out of stock. I can't buy it. We're on top of a big hill, so if it floods, we better find another ark. That's funny. So you're saying if your house floods, Jesus sent you that flood. All right, let's glue these bad boys together. Did they change the formula of the glue? So, Julia, I do think that there was a one of the batches, I think there was like a mix-up with the glue. But I do believe they pulled those. So if for some reason you got different glue, I would encourage you to reach out to customer service. We're talking about the honeybee glue. Okay. All right, so these are the ones that I kind of just guesstimated on, and I can see that this needs to be a little bit. Oh, look at, are we making a craft connection right now? Brandon, are you finding somebody in your area? I do like the Tombow glue. I've used the Barely Arts and it was fine. I don't like that I got to put a pin in it. So that's a pass for me. Okay. Just going to go back in here. Okay. All right. I'm not mad at that little tulip. He's cute. Anyway, what I was going to say, my Northeast Ohio people, I did do a little looking to see if there is a space up here that I could hold in-person classes. It seems that there's a couple of options that maybe I could rent. Oh, Debbie, you would come? That makes me happy. You guys would? You would travel to take a class with me? That's a big deal to me because it takes a lot for me to travel. It does take a lot for me to travel. So the fact that you guys are willing to travel. All right. You guys, that would be so fun. Wouldn't it be fun to craft together in real life? But honestly, so like, be truthful. When you come, I would if I could, but flights wouldn't work, and then the hotel. So actually, Brandon, that's funny that you say that. One of the places that I was looking at that I could rent space is a hotel. So like, it would all just be at the same place. And that particular hotel has like restaurants and stuff in the parking lot. So you wouldn't really need to, I'm gluing this backwards. Like, we wouldn't really need to go anywhere. But then if you were local, like, you wouldn't have to stay in the hotel. I've gone to Cape Cod in California. Okay, so Missy, I'm teaching in Cape Cod. I'm teaching at Crap on the Cape. If you are a local person, I think there's still maybe some spots left in class, and you don't, they have a class pass now, so you don't have to take, like, you don't have to pay for the whole thing. You can just come in and take the classes. Am I going to send, yeah, I would actually send Eric to pick you up from the airport. I feel like we could provide a shuttle service for VIPs. Okay, so now we've got those glued up. Let's do these little babies. Oh, look at, I'm talking to you guys about classes, and I did not glue this correctly. Too late. It is what it is. You're not even going to see this. I don't know why I care. Do you guys also struggle with this? I know that it's going to be tucked behind the happy birthday, that you won't be able to see it, and yet I still can't help myself. See, I'm convincing you. All right, this is the one that, all right, I think this guy is the bottom guy. And then this guy. And then this guy. Is that right? This guy goes here, right? And that's the whole thing. Let me double check. Yeah, he's like in the middle. Okay. Oh, Eleanor, they're always at 1 on Wednesday. So, well, it's 1 Eastern time. Well, now is it Eastern Daylight Times? Yeah, it's 1 p.m. EST or 10 PST on Wednesdays. Is that AM, Brandon, I assume? I'm terrible at the my dad went to Vegas, and every single time I was like, I'm going to call him, I had to pull up the little time converter. I don't know why. I cannot get with the program and understand the timeline. Naomi, I'm closer to Medina. All right, I'm just going to mark this. And then put this little guy in here. So can I tell you guys a funny story? I play a game. I do love games. I play a game where you have to, like, some of the things are team events. It's just like a search and like a what do you call those? Where you have to find it. It's just like a fun little game I play sometimes when I'm putting Caitlin to bed and stuff. And we were chit-chatting in the team thing, and everybody, it was when the Super Bowl was going on, and everybody was like, oh, who are you rooting for or whatever. Oh, thank you so much. Seal the deal, offer a meet and greet with your family. Brandon, you wouldn't have a choice but to meet them because they're going to be the only people who are helping me set this thing up. So you would have no choice but to meet all of them. Not just my regular family, but also my sisters. Like like that is you. That's what you would get, because they would be the one carrying in the boxes. So anywho, so I was in this little chat or whatever, and it was during the Super Bowl, and everybody was like, oh, who are you cheering for? Blah, 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 blah. And then somebody was like, oh, that'd be fun to know where everybody is from. Okay. And obviously anybody anywhere can be playing this game, right? And so one of them said, I'm from Northeast Ohio. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. I'm also from Northeast Ohio. You know, where are you at? And then she tells me the city that she's in. And I'm like, girl, you like 5 minutes away from me in this game that literally anybody in the world could be playing. We're just 5 minutes away from each other. Yeah. I'm telling you, you guys would be so... You would just have to deal with it, like whether you wanted to meet them or not. At least if you were there for the part of the setup, because they'd just be running rampant. Bet. We had friends who rented a VFW hall or an Eagles hall in Medina on 42, I think for a grad party, but it would have been a great space for a stamping thing. Melissa, I will look into that. I don't know if I can get Dawn, only because she has had, as you know, she's had quite the year. So I don't know if she's up to traveling, but I might be able to get her to come visit. Maybe. Maybe I could. In fact, I've had so much going on with my own classes, I haven't even really talked to her. I need to call her. Okay. Well, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate the offer. All right. So these are going to be a little bit darker because we just don't have the same amount of real estate. Okay. Brandon, I'm out. Hey, listen, I can only do so much. Okay. I feel like we would have a very, like, I almost feel like we would have to have, like, like, it would have to be a multi-day thing. Like, because we would have to have, like, a social, like, the first day. Like, I don't know, maybe we do, like, a Thursday night registration type situation, and then just, like, everybody meet for drinks and stuff, because otherwise, I think we would just spend the whole time talking in class. All right, now let's glue these bad boys together. Let me get them with their friends. Okay, there we go. I still say you could contact Craft Your Story and Mentor and set up some kind of events. So I'm not actually opposed to that. But I do know, like, when you're working with like someone else, like sponsoring it, um, sometimes you're a little bit limited on what you have available, like what they carry in their store, or like their space. Yeah, see, at the Honeybee, I barely made stuff and talked through most of it. I'm not even a social person. Right. Lisa, you went to the Jennifer McGuire get-togethers. Yes. Yes, I do. I haven't been in a long time. Um, I don't think I've been since before COVID, because during COVID is when my travel anxiety got, like, super bad. Um, I feel bad when she messages me and I'm like, meh. But also, I had Caitlin too. So you went to one of them. When did you go? Were we at one together? Girl, how would I not know that? I appreciate your enthusiasm, Melissa. Were we at one together? I think the first one I went to was in 2014. Northeast Ohio is a desert wasteland and crafty events. Well, I mean, Southern Ohio, like Simon Says Stamp puts on a lot of stuff. Um, oh, and somebody had asked, oh, there was Missy right there about Create. I will not be at Create. Honeybee will also not be at Create. So none of the companies that I work with are going to be there. So I only go when I'm working. I will be sad to not see my friends, of course, but oh, Jeanette, I will pray for you even if you don't fly me nowhere. I will pray for your lottery winnings. All right, Melissa, I'm telling you, you're giving me a renewed confidence about maybe holding something. Eric's not going to be a fan. Eric's not going to be a fan. He's going to be like, what are you doing? We have enough on our plates. And he's not wrong. My problem is I want to do all the things. We are planning a stamping show here in Amish country in May. Well, Naomi, share the details. Okay, so now we have those done. I'm going to do these in the teal. I think I'm going to do 2 light and 2 dark. I think that's my game plan. Holmes County. Okay, I've been several times. Hi, Cynthia. I think Eric and I spent our 1-year anniversary in there. We went to Berlin. No, there isn't enough time in the day for the card making. All right, so I'm going to do 2 light and 2 dark. This is the darkest BG that I have. And so I do like to darken it up with this 99 underneath. So I'm going to do this just kind of right up the center. And then I'll go in with this. I like it better when events are close enough to home that we don't have to stay overnight. Plus, since the hubby also, your hubby also scraps and stamps? Mine knows enough to do it. He just don't do it. Okay. Bethy and I don't know. We haven't. We're talking about the details. But Naomi was, for the people in Northeast Ohio, was talking about a May retreat she's attending. So we were talking about that. Mine is oblivious to what I do. I mean, truthfully, my first husband was completely oblivious. But Eric is not. He just wants to know how much you spend. Yeah, we don't talk about that. I just tell him it's for the business. It's for my business. So mind your business. Okay. And then this one will be the light one. Oop. Yeah, I don't really go anywhere to look at when I won at the raffle and destroyed all receipts. That's funny. Bye, Brandon. Mine doesn't say where he buys hunting dogs, and I always want to name them Leverage. Dogs is expensive, girl. That's a good one. He's got an expensive hobby too. All right, so here's the 2 different. One is dark, one is light. So that we can kind of mix that up a little bit. And then I'm going to do both of these. This is the darkest color for this one. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Yeah, I really would like to do something in person. I already get stressed out about the online ones. And it's like there's only so many hours in the day. So I would have to probably make less YouTube content in order to be doing the other things. And then that makes me nervous because I don't want my channel to be stagnant. I don't want people to feel like, oh, she only makes content you have to pay for. Like, it's a whole thing. It's like mom guilt, but for crafters. Okay. All right. So now let's see. I'm going to clean up this. I really enjoy online classes like SBC Fest. Yeah, those I didn't know too much about them until last year, and they do seem like they're really well run. All right, I'm going to back this up. Too much. And see now what we're working with here. Okay. So now we have our tulips. It is windy out. That is for sure. And underneath our tulips is our greenery. Obviously, we can't leave them hanging over like that, so we'll have to come up with a different solution. Don't be rude. Okay. Maybe something like that. And then down here. Okay, after much sleuthing, it appears I went to the spring retreat in 2013 with Jen and the gang. So you actually went before I did. I didn't do my first one until 2014. And then, so why didn't you ever go back? Lisa, why didn't you ever go back, girl? Or you don't want to tell me? It's okay if you don't, but I'm very curious. We got 2 there. There is a retreat that is held by some crafters. It's an invite only type situation just because of the space, not because it's snotty. It's people who are genuinely friends and we like to get together in real life and craft together. Okay. I was babysitting that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the last time I tried to go, my anxiety was so terrible. Like my girlfriend, well, Lisa from Honeybee, and Kelly Cahoot, they were going to meet me halfway. Eric was going to drive me halfway because I can't drive myself. And then they were going to meet us, and she was just going to pick me up and take me the rest of the way. And I could not do it. I could not be on the highway, which is when we learned I had to be medicated to travel. But now I have the medications, and I just need to I just need to make the plans to do the travel again. All right. So I'm not mad about that. I don't think that's too terrible. We found out 4 days of crafting was 2 days too much. Oh, I go for 4 and I'm happy for 4. I'm happy for 4. All right, so I'm thinking if we That's my point, Susan. We're pulling the spring. We're bringing the spring. Spring, we're summoning it. I wish that there was a little bit more. I wonder if I can just cut it. So I don't have to. What bothers you about driving on the highway? Girl, everything. And here's the thing, like, I know that I'm being absurd. Like, I recognize that my fear is irrational, but I cannot stop it. That's just how anxiety is. It causes very intrusive thoughts that are not safe or healthy. Today's weather is not feeling the summoning. I agree. I'm back to a little bit of gray sky right now. Yeah. My daughter has extreme anxiety, which I don't relate. So I love my glass board, and I have a coupon on my website if you're interested in getting one. Also, for the craft stash, the coupon works for all of it. For the craft stash, for the magnets, I love all of it. So I would say probably the worst things that you could say to her is that she's overreacting, that like, because it is a very like, it's a physical response, you cannot change it. They can give you medication for it, they can teach you breathing techniques, but it doesn't change the tunnel vision, the sweating, the heart pounding, the all of those things. Like, it's not just in her head. It has a physical response. I'm going to color these teal because I feel like that's going to set that off nicely. Yeah, there are things that do make it worse. But I did find, and this is maybe something that might help your daughter, a technique that my therapist taught me to help keep me grounded when I'm having a hard time is to, one, like, physically ground yourself, touch something. So whether that be like, sometimes if I'm driving, like, I have to like, put my hand on my thigh and almost, like, kind of like push down, because it gives my brain something to ground with. The other thing that was incredibly helpful, sounds ridiculous, Caitlin and I turned it into a game of I Spy. When I am very anxious, I name things. Now, it sounded really silly when she told it to me, and I was like, girl, how is this going to help? But actually, it makes your brain concentrate on doing something else. So, like, when I'm driving, I will be like, blue car, red stop sign, yellow house, green garbage can. Like, I try to name them with an adjective, and it forces my brain to concentrate on, like, seeing the things and naming them. And so it can't concentrate on just creating wild anxiety. And that does help. And I was on medication for a while. None of the typical SSRIs worked on me because I do get migraines, and so it would trigger my migraines terribly. So those didn't really work for me. Well, I take that back. Paxil worked for a while until it didn't. But even then, that did trigger my headaches. And so I ended up going old school, which was amitriptyline, which is actually also a migraine treatment. And so that ended up being what worked for me. for quite some time. And then also, what is it called? EMDR is a type of therapy that you can do. But even now, like it is, I have a MetaQuest my husband bought me. um, if I try to pray for myself, it just made it worse. I was trying to sleep, praying for the people. Well, I fall asleep at some point. That's yeah, so I do that. That is something else that works for me, and I know that that's not going to be for everybody. I am a Christian. I listen to Christian music. I pray. I talk to the Lord while I am having my I talk to him anyway. He's probably so sick of hearing my phone calls. But I do that as well, and it is very helpful for me. And so, anyway, the EMDR is a type of therapy that you can do that is extremely helpful. It's been extremely helpful for like veterans with PTSD, but you do have to have a therapist to kind of guide you through that. But very helpful. Okay. See, who knew we were going to have that conversation today? Not me. Okay. I don't know that I love the way that I've colored this, but that's okay. I might have to just go over it with the lighter color just a little bit. Yeah, Melissa, moms are good for that. I do try to remind myself that it is not about me being in control of the situation. I never had control of the situation. But I do know that he does have control of the situation. Oh, we will be shimmering. Of course we will be shimmering. Who would we even be? All right. So let's see how that looks. Boop. Oh yeah, see, I do like that. I am a fan of that. Okay. So let's glue this down. So that way we're not chasing it all over. Oh, I didn't put the lid back on the first time. Bop, bop, bop. I feel like we covered so many topics today. I decided to count mailboxes and it might as well have been sheep. That's funny. Yeah. My poor husband, I have to have a travel companion because I am on the drugs to travel. And I have no shame about that. It makes it so much because even through like when you're using those types of like relaxant things and you're using them as a person with anxiety, it's not even like it does make me a little sleepy, but because my anxiety is like so strong, um it does make it so that you're just like a regular person, not that you're like a crazy person. All right. Oh, excuse me. Kelly's saying she's not crazy about her coloring being over here with crayon level skills. I just meant the way that I colored the words, Missy. Just the way I colored the words. All right. I'm not going to mess around with this too much. I'm going to see if I can just get them glued down. Already we're moving. So will this work? I don't know. But we're going to give it a try. So we're going to put this down. No, don't be like that. Very rude. All right. Now we're back to blue skies, but there's some racket out there. Am I making this card for someone in particular? I am not. I just have a tendency to use birthday cards more than any other cards. And so it makes sense for me to make this one a birthday card. Here, let me stick this in here. Like so. Like so. Pick up this whole thing and then glue it down. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, one of the things, oh, I need to pull a winner for my class. I was just going to say one of the things in my survey for my last class that people had suggested for a class that they would like to take is a class on balance, like how to know when a card is balanced. Okay. Not that I'm shamelessly plugging my own class, but I'm just going to tell you these are complementary colors, and that's why it works so well. And if you are unfamiliar with what complementary colors are, I would highly recommend taking the color theory class for card makers. Because there is a method to the madness. There is a reason why they work. Okay. I got to scoot this one. It already moved on me, so I just have to accept it. I'm going to turn this one so we get as much greenery as possible. So I think the color cubes are a great tool. If you want somebody to just tell you what works, if you want to be able to, if you want to learn the skill of knowing how to find them yourself, I would recommend taking a color theory class. Some people don't want to know. Some people are just like, tell me what the answer is. And there's nothing wrong with either one. I am just a person who always, like, I want to know the why behind something and how I can make that work for myself. All right, see, this guy's got to come down a little bit. That'll do. All right, and then I do think I'm gonna pop him up a little bit. Cat, that's a that also works. Like, I am very much a fan of the throw it to the wall and see what sticks. I'm going to pop this up. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much. Okay. Nope, it's got a little, because I ain't never used it before. I got to get this tape. There we go. All right. So I'm really going to concentrate this just kind of like in the center, because I don't want to add a lot of bulk to the edges, because I already have that paper there and I don't want it to be sitting on top of the paper. So sticking to the middles. Cellophane is the worst ASMR sound ever. So my brother-in-law actually hates the sound of styrofoam. Like styrofoam, touching styrofoam, or people touching styrofoam. He's like, no, that's a no-go for me. I can't do it. Isn't that funny? I have to tell you, I think I ruined my white ink pad doing your hero arts class on Saturday. Oh no! The last color we swiped, apparently I hadn't cleaned my stamps quite well enough that last time. So it will get better like as you use it and re-ink it, that ink will fade. But that is why I said at the beginning of the class that I have two. Like, because you can see on mine, hold on, I'm going to show you. So you have this one is the white one, and this one is the one I do techniques with, and you can see it is, but it still comes out white. It's fine. It's just not as pretty, and I get that. And some people don't like that their ink stains their stamps, but that is the sign of quality photopolymer. So okay, so that's that. Now we will add the shimmers to our tulips. This is a very springy card. I'm here for it. And I'm going to add some shimmers to my words. I can only do this because I colored it with alcohol ink, and alcohol ink won't react with the shimmer. If you color it with something that is water-based, add your shimmer before you put it on its shadow, or you will smear ink everywhere. And then okay, I'm going to add some highlights on my letters. Oh, Wink of Stella. You never tried that. There's a couple of good ones out there. This one is, I have a clear Wink of Stella that I like. I have a Nuvo glitter one that I like, the clear glitter. I have one from scrapbook.com that I like. Oh, are we? Yeah, the stamp along. Oh, Beth Ann, don't you worry about it. And don't talk to yourself like that, madam. Okay. All right. So we added a little bit of highlight there. My pen works on my hand, but not so much on paper. You're probably getting close to the end of it, would be my guess. And then I'm going to add some highlights to our little tulips here, just to break up some of this orange. You could also do two different colored tulips and break up the color that way. Okay. Am I going to put gems on it? Of course I am. Of course I am. I think that'll be good. Oh, reissued until 6 p.m. now. Oof. Hey, now. Stay there. Thank you. These are the rainbow rhinestones. I use them a lot. I'm a big fan. Because they match everything. Okay. Okay, look at how cute that is. Very summery. You could do this with any complementary color combination, I think, and it would look just as striking. All right, let's bring... Well, I'm going to zoom us in for a minute. Oh, wrong way. So you can see. Can you see the shimmers? Okay. And hello again. I think it's so cute. All right, so we need to pick a winner. I know that they are in the middle of... Hi, Brandon. Oh, look, I'm very blurry. That's okay. It's like a filter. Please do a color theory composition class. Missy. Okay. That is really just not focused. Okay, I'm going to put my hand in front of this camera to see if it will. There we go. So I do want to say that they are in the middle of hiring a customer service person. I'm not sure if they've actually hired somebody or not. So while they are normally like, do you know what the next release will be style-wise? I don't. Yeah, no, Della, it's not your eyes. So they're actually hiring for customer service, and I don't know if they found somebody or not. So there is like a backup on the requests. So just be aware of that. I do try to stay on top of it. But, okay, now without further ado, we're just scrolling around here, people, finding what we're finding. You know how it goes. Okay. Eleanor! Is she still in here? Girl, you came late and you still won. Congratulations. Is she still in here? I don't know if she is or not. So we'll see. Maybe she'll catch us on the playback, or I could tag her maybe in the group. Oh, she's here. There she is. Well, congratulations. You're going to send an email to customer care at honeybeestamps.com so that they can get you your gift card. Very exciting. So I hope that you guys had fun today creating. I now, because I was unable to get it up with all of my kitting, I already have a card for Monday. That's okay, Della. You just practice makes progress. And so I will have one on Monday, barring any disaster. So we'll have a premiere on Monday, and then I'll be back next Wednesday for the live. All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your week. Stay safe if you're in Northeast Ohio and these tornado warnings. All right. I will see you guys next week. Bye.